Leg day. Walking through canola this time of year is always a challenge. We are out today looking for some diamondback moths in canola. We've found some fields in the valley that are at economic thresholds, sometimes 2 or 3 times above it, which would warrant the spray. They don't really seem to be chewing on the pods yet, but that'll only be a matter of time once the leaves start senescing off the canola. There's a lot of variability in the canola this year, so we've got stuff that's coming off bloom and some in full bloom. Now, I won't go into the economic thresholds for diamondbacks because there's some excellent resources from the Canola Council and Manitoba Agriculture, but I do still want to make a couple of points. Number one being that the economic threshold in the book right now, or on the website, is probably based on $10 canola. Our prospects for the price-wise for a bushel of canola are much higher than that. Therefore, our economic threshold that we should be spraying at is probably a lot lower. Number two, on fields where we aren't at economic thresholds for diamondback, we're also finding low levels of ligas. So even if we're not at economic threshold for one pest, if we've got pressure from 2 pests, they can add up and put us in that position where we would want to spray. And lastly, there's a lot of fields that got sprayed for grasshoppers in the valley, field borders earlier in the season. So in these fields that have been sprayed, normally we don't have to walk too far into the field to get a good handle on ligas and diamondback because they fly in from the south. They don't overwinter here. You don't have that edge effect like grasshoppers that overwinter in the ditches. But if the fields have been sprayed in the last couple of weeks, you know, the pest pressure should be pretty low, so we got to walk further into the field to find areas that weren't sprayed and do our assessments there. Unfortunately, that means a lot of work, but hey, we had to go to the gym anyway.